Welcome to the live chat. I guess I'm down in what they call Georgetown. It's sort of maybe a mile down Pennsylvania Avenue from the White House. And it's a nice place to come walk. Yeah, nice little place here. A few little tables and something. And there's the river is down just about a block away from here, and I'll go down there and walk back. It's about 2.5 miles from my house to here. Then about another 2.5 miles or so, go back. Maybe I'll take another little special detour. I need some help, especially here in Texas. Well, actually, to pay attention to what I'm going to say right now. I was answering questions today, this morning before I came out to walk. I do this every day. This one, my day is really doing videos to educate people about programs, and then answering questions one on one from Let's Go Help members. So if you're a member, I answer them on Facebook. We have two platforms, one on Facebook and one on what we call Let's Go Help Two. And if you belong to one, you belong to both. Okay, and today is the last day, excuse me, to apply. Oop, little gas. Last day to apply to our free laptops. We're giving out 25 free laptops, and the 30th of every month we close it off and then send out 25. It usually takes a week or two to process the applications. But 25 will be coming out. We came out 25 last month, and then on the 4th, in a few more days, we're going to give out $70,000. I can't believe it. A lot of people still don't pick up their money for some reason. I don't know, but that's a problem. They have. And so we just put it in the next month. It doesn't get bigger, but we still give out the money. So that's what you want. Okay, here, what you're going to learn right now is how to use 211.org and findhelp.org. Find, FINDHELP.org, and 211.org. Okay, now these are two nonprofit organizations. And everybody in those two big databases in the country, and they're better than you'll ever find in Google. Don't go to Google, go to these people first. If you have a lot of money, you go to Google. If you don't have money and have financial problems, you go to these websites, because everybody in these websites give out free money. Do you hear that? Everyone gives out free money. You'll if you find them in in Google, God bless you. You're a better man than I am, or woman. And but these are only websites that give you free information, free help, or free money. 211.org or findhelp.org. Now, I was helping a member who said needed gas money. Okay, they had to pay for gas. Gas is getting expensive, of course, and a lot of people don't have it, and so then they can't go out and their job and help their family and things like this. Well, if you go, I just went in where I live. For both of these, you put in your website. I mean, you put in your zip code. So I put in for my zip code, it was 20009 in findhelp.org, and I put in zip code, and then after I put in zip code, I put in gas. Okay, so and see what happens. Okay, 31 organizations give out free money for people to pay for gas. You hear that? 31 organizations. These are nonprofit organizations, so they never charge you money. They give you gas money. You need gas money? That's what they're for. You call them, and that's it. It's always better to call. Call, call, call. That's the best way to get help in this country is talk to a human being. Otherwise, you're just going to go around in circles and get nowhere. So call them. Uh, Dom, I know here to apply now. Wow, I done it. Hi, Miss Miller, can you help me find money to pay off student loans? Well, you go to studentaid.gov and you look for payment. They have a payment plan where it's based upon your income. So an income-driven payment plan. So if you owe them, your payment is like $500 a month. Depending on your income, you could get that down to $5 a month. That's right. You could get it down to zero almost. And then you could pay zero for 20 years and it all goes away. It's the best way to get out of the student debt at all, particularly if you don't have a whole lot of money. So you want to go to studentaid.gov and look for the income driven payment plan. Income driven payment plan, okay? Studentaid.gov. Now back to gas. You want to get gas, okay? So you go to findhelp.org or 211.org and you put in gas. And like where I am, there's 31 organizations that give out free gas money. Now, the way to do this is you call everyone, unless there's one that obviously speaks to you. A lot of them you won't know if you're eligible for, or it doesn't sound like you're eligible because it's only for, nuns or something like that. You don't know. But you call them anyway because they're giving out money for gas. They know other people give out money for gas, and they're the best place to find other sources are the people doing it now, even if it's not for you. So you call those people who are giving out gas money now, but they're not for you because they're the most likely people to know who else does that may be for you. Okay, here's another thing there. If you go to 211.org or findhelp.org and just put in financial assistance, okay, financial assistance. Now, I did that for where I live. Hey, man, where do I get my gas money grant? I just told you. You're going to have to go back and rewrite. It's You have to start digging, and it's at 211.org and then findhelp.org. Okay, the two places start digging. And it's going to take work on your part. If you think you're just going to make one phone call and get a check in the mail, that probably won't happen. It may, but not likely. So if you really want to get the money, you're going to have to do some work, most likely. And that's why people don't get it, because we're all basically lazy humans and don't want to do it unless it's really easy. And that is stupid, but I understand it. Happens to me too. So that's it. Now, okay, here's the other thing you want to do on findhelp.org or 211.org. And that's put in the keyword, after you put in your zip code, put in financial assistance. Okay, I put in financial assistance where I live on findhelp.org. Listen to this. I got 643 organizations that give out free financial assistance. Do you hear that? 643 organizations that give out financial assistance. I mean, that's an incredible number, right? Most of us will go in one place and find one source and say, somebody will say they give out financial assistance. We'll check there and they say, no, not for you. And you go away and say, there's nothing for you. 643 nonprofit organizations that give out grants for people who need financial assistance. And there are all kinds of categories. Listen to this. Okay. Help pay for childcare. There's 18 there. Help pay for food. There's 26 there. 26 for food. Okay, great. Healthcare. 300 grants, financial assistance for healthcare. Medical supplies. 120 grants for medical supplies. Prescription drug assistance. 114 subscription drugs. Transportation to health care. That's 19 for them. Uh, Help with housing. Help to pay for internet and phone. 25 organizations that help you pay for internet and phone. 31 organizations that help you pay for utilities. Uh, Pay for schools. Help pay for school. 91 organizations, okay? Books, help you pay for books. 15 organizations. Supplies for school, 9 organizations. Help pay for transit. That's like bus passes and stuff. 50 organizations. So you need transportation. There's 50 organizations help you pay for transportation. Yeah, that's the kind of help that's out there. That's why at Let's Go Help trying to get people to use that. And by the way, I was thinking of something else. I was walking down here today. Is that particularly for members, start sharing anything you know about something that's available. You see a freebie or whatever it is, even if it's not for you, share it with us. Tell us the source. and where you could find out about it. Okay. In other words, I'm thinking about starting something like, I bet you didn't know the government will give you money for this. I bet you didn't know the government will give you money for this. I bet you didn't know the government will give you money for this. Find stuff like that. Share it with the rest of us. Man, because that will also encourage people. Boy, if they have it for that, what about here? So, just like here, to me, by telling you about the um, 31 sources that will pay for gas money, then that will help you think about, hey, well, then maybe they have for this because I need money for my utility bill. And of course, there are programs that help. Need temporary housing, moving, and storage till I can get a permanent place. Lawyer said they condemned this place, but nobody would put me up. Okay, Stacy, uh, go to the Find Help. Okay, the one I just said now, go there and then put in housing, and you will see, 100 different nonprofit organizations that help with housing. Okay, if you're a member, then ask us. We'll give you the links to specific things, but you don't need to be a member to know about this and get that problem solved. And that's by going to findhelp.org, okay, and put in housing. And also rental is another key word because a lot of programs that give out rent will give out moving money, money for um, storage, uh, all kinds of stuff, down payment money, or what do you call it, deposit money, all that kind of stuff. So that's under those categories. So rental assistance, housing, whatever. And that's what these organizations are for. They get money from the government and from other big nonprofit organizations to help solve problems that people have with housing. A lot of people have problems with housing. You're not alone. So that's why there's organizations that help with that. And you have to get out there and start looking for these organizations because they're not going to come to you. Uh, it just doesn't work that way. It'd be nice, and it should, but we're not that good. So you have to take the phone in hand, call as many organizations as you can until you hit something that will help you. Okay, you just go down the list. You have 100 people to call. Call every one of them. Man, you need a place to stay. That's more important. Well, so what if it takes you a day, 2, 3 days? What the hell? How do I get my free laptop? You have to apply. You have to be a member. This is for members. We give it out every month. We give 25 free laptops, uh, assistance to buy a house, 25 for the first time home buyer. I heard down payment. Yes, there are a lot of down payments like that. It's different all over the country. Different. Right? If you're a member, we give you a list of all the places in your neighborhood to check that will most likely have things like that. And that's what it is. And you could also, if you want to start, you can to the HUD, HUD.gov, HUD.gov, and go there and look for counseling, and then call and make an appointment with a free HUD counselor for you to buy a home. Okay, they don't charge money, they don't sell you anything or whatever. If you go on Google, you're going to run into people that just want to get your money. Okay, you don't want to do that. No, no, no. My baby said go to rehab, and I said no, no, no. And so make those calls. Make those calls. You want to make something for help in your life? Make those calls. Go to 211.org. Go to findhelp.org. Call anything you think, maybe. Call every maybe possible. You don't need me. You just need those organizations, and they will eventually direct you to the right place for you. I'm a member. How do I get a free laptop? Okay, Pam, you have to go on the membership. Do you know how to do that? Yeah, on Facebook or Let's Go Help too. Uh, but you have to have the back door to get into Let's Go Help too. Uh, if Facebook, you should be able to go right on. So if you go facebook.com/groups and then /Let's Go Help, okay? And you'll be right in there, and then you can start a discussion and start a post telling you want to apply for the laptop, and you got to do it by the end of the day, okay? If you miss it, you have to wait till next week. or next month. Okay, so we do it every month, and that's it. Alaska. My mom has end-stage cancer. I want assistance for home-based hospital. Yes, uh, go into if you're not a member, then you can go to Find Help and put uh, uh, caregivers. Put caregivers, okay, and see what they're because they'll be there. You'll have to fish around and do that. You have to call people and get the wrong place. That's all. You just go through stumbling because everybody's gonna know more than you. So you just start calling anybody there and have them point you to the best place to find that out. Okay, there is uh, another place you could go is something called Elder Care Locator. Go to Google, put Elder Care Locator, and there's an 800 number of people who just help with problems for seniors like this. So that'll be a great place to do that. So it's called Elder Care Locator. Elder Care Locator. Okay, and call them up and tell them what you need, and they'll point you. 211. Let's go. Do I call 211 for grants? Yes, you call anybody. That's a source. You have to start looking and see if that makes sense. If I just if you've been here since the beginning, yes, I'm telling you to call those people for gas or for anything. That's where you start. They may or may not have something, and it may take time and a bunch of calls to find out. Okay. Uh, okay, guys, I gotta get going. I got to take some pastries back to somebody at a party for us last night, and I want to thank them. I'm gonna go to the pastry shop in Georgetown here, pick up some pastries so I can drop them off like the pastry fairy. Okay, and don't forget by the end of the day, so we get these computers out to people. Okay, because you really need a decent laptop to make this work. Okay. Uh, talk to you soon. Thank you for allowing me to try to help you. I mean, I can't help everybody. I don't know. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I know these programs are real, and but it's sort of like getting a job. A lot of jobs out there, but whether you get one or not depends how much work you behind it, right? Like everything else, a date or whatever. It takes work on your part. So life ain't easy, and we all find that out the hard way.